Hi my lovelies, welcome back to my channel, and for everybody who is new, I'm Leorah and I'm so glad you found me. So welcome to today's video where I'm actually going to talk about my personal Hanukkah miracle this year. So the Hanukkah story, or the story of Hanukkah, is a whole story about miracles and about light and about amazing things that happen that are unexpected and that are just like God-given, and I want to sort of add my own little dimension to this very, very big story. So let me talk about Malki. She is 5 years old. She is a twin, or she has also a twin, Golan. And if you maybe saw my infertility series where I spoke also about the pregnancy and birth and all of that of Malki and Golan, maybe you know already, maybe like it rings a bell with you. So anyway, there is Malki. So she is the source, or the reason for this video today, because a couple of days ago during Hanukkah now, where I'm filming this, I got a video sent from my older daughter, Shalhevet. So she, with her phone, had filmed little Malki while she was singing a Hanukkah song. Now the video, and I'm going to show you the video in a tiny little bit, the video is very bad quality because her phone is not like, it's a very basic phone, and it's going to be the wrong format. It's going to be like upwards instead of like this, so it's going to be all awkward, and it's very pixeled and whatever, but you will see the main thing. You will understand. Okay, I was so touched when I saw this video because my daughter was singing a Hanukkah song. Now you will think, why shouldn't a 5-year-old sing a Hanukkah song, or in someone else's life a Christmas song or whatever? Why shouldn't she? So let me tell you, last year when she was 4 years old, she almost did not speak. She spoke a couple of words, but like maybe 10% was words, and the rest was some kind of gibberish that was her own language that she didn't, like, nobody understood what she was saying. And also maybe for the last half year, most of what she was saying was just some kind of weird stuff that she was using real words, but it didn't make sense for any one of us, you know. So it is a real miracle for me that my child is standing there and singing a Hanukkah song like she has done it always. You know what I mean? My daughter, and also actually her twin brother, they both had a surgery last year around that time on their ears because they had to get like tubes placed into their ears in order to ventilate the inner ear, and they also had to take out a lot of like liquids that had built up in the inner like ear canals and things like this. I don't know the exact words in English. It doesn't really matter. You know what I'm trying to say. So there were a lot of liquids built up, and in their cases it was like more like slime. Sorry, it's disgusting, but that's how it is. It was more like a slimy consistency, like egg white, and this is how they heard everything, like they are under a cover of egg whites. This is how they were listening to the world, and that's why their speech was extremely back compared to other kids at their age. And also this is why they had this blurry speech that nobody could understand. You know what I mean? So now they underwent the surgery, and this whole last year they were catching up. They have been going to speech therapy and all of these things, and we are so happy and so blessed to see that they're catching up. They will be probably going to start first grade 1 year later because they just need another year to catch up, but that is still, we are so thankful that we caught this because we had no idea what was going on. We didn't know. And don't even ask how much I blame myself, or like I'm eating myself up for not, like, I'm supposed to be a mom. I'm supposed to know everything. I'm supposed to, and if I don't know everything, then I'm supposed to have this seventh sense that feels everything. I'm supposed to know what my children need. Why don't I? You know what I mean? It's like, why didn't I see this? Why wasn't I super suspicious when they spoke so late, and when they started to speak, that they had this weird speech, you know? It just, I don't know. It just, I didn't catch it. I knew that something was not 100% like right or age appropriate, but on the other hand, I have 7 kids. It like I maybe also don't just catch everything. Plus, I'm also not the super most worried mom about everything, because from experience, I know that most things just work themselves out by themselves, you know? So that maybe was a fault on my side, and I've been bashing myself like you would not believe. Every single time I'm taking her to the therapy, I feel like this is all my fault. And no, you don't need to tell me it's not my fault. It's okay. I'm not looking for sympathy here. I'm just sort of sharing what I'm feeling in this whole situation and why this means so much to me that my child is singing a song, you know? For me, this is like a Hanukkah miracle. Seriously. So let's just include the video here, and then you actually know what I'm talking about, and then I'm gonna come back and yeah, maybe share a few more things with you. Okay, so now you saw my sweet Malki, and it is so special to me that I really just had to make this video, you know. I wanted to share that with the world, just also to like give thanks to God, and like to give also thankfulness back to like to everybody, to the world, to my audience, to like to make it a public thing, to publicize the miracle, you know, that because I think that is because I have this platform. I think that is what I just have to do, because it is a huge thing, and it shows you that there are miracles in our lives too, you know. So anyway, Malki, she was born as a tiny little person. She was always a fighter. She was born just weighing 2 kilos, and she was like sort of almost being like a preemie, kind of like they were a bit worried about her, and she was so tiny. And also her brother Golan, he was almost a kilo heavier than her, and he was also sitting in my tummy. He was like the whole pregnancy sitting on top of her, and in addition to that, she also had a anomaly on the umbilical cord, which also this is why she was so small. She did not get all the nutrition in the womb. So from the beginning, we were a little bit worried about her. And I remember when I was nursing her, and I think I also spoke about this in my infertility series, when I was nursing her and basically I couldn't see her head. She was so tiny. Like when I was holding her, I was like trying to look over my body parts and like trying to see her, and she couldn't even open her mouth far enough to like really nurse, but she was trying. She was trying so hard, you know. And there was just one day when she lost weight, and then she started to gain, and this is why they actually released us from the hospital. Even though she was that small, they released us from the hospital after only 5 days after the surgery, after the C-section, because she was stable and she was fighting herself into life, like she was fighting for her way into life, or however one says this. So she has been like this her whole life. And yes, both of them, Golan was always a little bit better also in the hearing. He was not as affected as she was. So his speech already now is much better, even though it is still not on the level of a normal 5-year-old. Normal, I don't know what is normal, really. I don't know who can really judge what is normal, but that is also another story that I probably have to get in at some point, because me having to take my kids to all of these therapies and all of these evaluations where people who don't know you judge according to some kind of computer program if you are normal or not, it really makes me angry. I know that one has to have some kind of framework to how to judge people, but it just feels so wrong on so many levels. I don't know. Like, I don't want to insult anyone at all. I'm very thankful for the help we're getting. Very thankful. But I don't know. I guess we just have to be like, we have been evaluated so many times that it just feels like I had enough of this. Yeah, so because you always get also the judgment, you know, as a parent, and I'm doing my best, I really do, and I love my kids, but I don't know, I'm just a person myself, you know, and sometimes I feel like I just outgrew my girl's shoes. I'm 40 years old, but sometimes I feel like I'm just 16 and I don't know what I'm doing, you know what I mean? So life can be really, really overwhelming, and then you start worrying for your kids, and again you're in this place of complete desperation, and you want so much to help and to do something, or to turn back time and do something earlier, but you can't. And then I don't know, does anyone relate to this? Sweeties, let me know. Okay, so anyway, so Malki was born really, really small, and she was fighting from the first day of her life. She was fighting, you know, and this is a very special thing about her. She also now, even though she is a very sweet, sweet girl, but she can be really, really bossy and feisty sometimes, which she, I guess, also has to be as one of the smaller kids in like a herd of 7 that are very, very close in age. But everybody has to learn to stand their ground or hold their ground like very early on. And also my youngest one, Tekoa, who is now 3 and a bit, he already stands up to the big ones, and I kind of think that that's a cool thing for them to need to learn that. And I think that's a good lesson to also take into the future already, like also in like the business world and things like this, to know what you have, to know who you are, and to stand your ground, you know. I think that's really, really cool. So overall, even though it brings a lot of challenges with it, I really do think it is a super big blessing to have this little tribe of mine that is not YouTube, that is just my normal like tiny Goldberg tribe. To have this, that is a miracle. It's a miracle. And then my little Malki that I want to feature today is my Hanukkah miracle for this year, because God bless her, seriously. I'm so glad for this. I just really don't know how to wrap my head around it, that we had so much growth in her development this last year, and I cannot wait to see what is going to happen in this next coming year. So I'm looking forward to this. I know there's a lot of work ahead of us, and sometimes miracles require work, you know. Sometimes miracles come with a big schedule. And yeah, it's not just we sit there and we pray or we hope and wait. Sometimes, yes, that's what we have to do, but sometimes the miracles also require work on our part, and I'm spending a lot of time with her, working with her, or taking her to therapies and things like this, and I think everything is worth it. Everything is worth it. Everything that makes her more prepared to start a life, or to be, you know, more advanced in her life, or however you want to put it. I really don't know the right vocabulary to put this the right way, but I'm just so happy and blessed that I got to see this year, that I had the eyes to see this, that Shall Have It, my older daughter, happened to film it and to send it to me. And yeah, so I just wanted to share that with you. Let me know what you think about it. If you have maybe experiences like this with your own children or with grandchildren or whatever, I would love if you would share it, because I think that could be an encouragement for all of us who is in a similar situation and maybe needs just, you know, some encouragement to wait till the miracle kicks in. You know? So anyway, that was it for today. I'm going to try to have this up during Hanukkah still, so it is still sort of relevant to this holiday. But even if not, I think that maybe we can just take a nice lesson and an encouragement from this video, and I hope you did like it. So if you did, then please give the video a like, and if you're new here, then please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you here next time for my next video, which is gonna be super soon. And up until then, keep the faith, hope for the miracles, and go ahead and sparkle. Hugs and kisses. Bye.